previously on
Well, hello and welcome to WaltInPA. My name is Walt, and it is, I don't know, about 2 days before Christmas. And what you're seeing out in front of me is the remnants of a snowstorm that walloped Pennsylvania earlier this week. I think we got a little more than 10 inches of snow, but it's the most we've had in a while. And I got to test out my brand new battery-operated snowblower. I don't know whether that was a good idea or not. So when the snow started to fall, I got this sinking in my stomach of, oh no, my riding season is over. You know, are we going to be able to bounce back from all of this snow? So anyway, you're probably wondering, what am I doing out here riding around with snow on the ground? Well, as I said, it's like 2 days before Christmas, and I need to get a Christmas present. My dad and I, we had this kind of running thing, you know, for birthdays and for Christmas, we always get each other a bottle of whiskey of some sort. I'm not quite sure why it happened. It was probably just easy. But for his birthday, a lot of times we'll get him something that he can use, something kind of practical, and then we'll get him a bottle of bourbon. He doesn't drink a ton of bourbon, but he does like a glass with a cigar every once in a while. And I think to a degree he likes collecting it. A little busy. I'm trying to avoid having to pack up all my stuff and take it in if I could.
Hey guys, Moto Ramblins here, coming at you live from the beautiful mountains of western North Carolina. And you're watching WaltInPA. Stay happy, y'all.
So, that's done. It was soul crushing. The only good thing about carrying your backpack, carrying your helmet in a backpack with a helmet carrier, is it gives you like an extra foot of buffer so that people can't get up on your back trying to get in line and whatnot. So that was the only nice thing in there. The line, there was two separate lines for two registers that ran from the front of the store all the way to the back of the store. What a mess. So that's done. At least that's done. Bought a bottle of Angel's Envy. Turn that on. We gotta beep the horn. Sync the cameras. I'm sure I'm going to grab everyone's attention when I do that. Alright, now we can get out of here. I don't think there'll be too much joyriding today. I think we're going to take the back roads home. I think that's the safest bet. I feel like if I take the back roads, there's a higher likelihood of me running into some slippery spots. However, if I take the bigger roads, like this one, and I run into some slippery spots, I'll be going a hell of a lot faster. So I kind of like the idea of potentially running into more slippery spots, but traveling at a more comfortable rate of speed to manage those slippery spots. You know, I was just watching a video yesterday where Motojohn talked about becoming a full-time motorcyclist. Anyway, he got rid of his car, so his only mode of transportation, aside from a bicycle, is his motorcycle. And it's kind of an interesting position to be into. I mean, for him, he's in Philadelphia, he's got public transportation all around him, and the beauty of living in a city is everything is typically within walking distance. You know, you need a dentist, you can walk to one, or hop on a bike and get to one, or hop on a bus or a train, and everything is reasonably close enough that you can manage without a vehicle, because a lot of people that live in cities don't have vehicles. And, you know, I was kind of thinking about that. You know, could I manage without a car? Well, I'm working from home full time, so I don't need to travel back and forth to work. My wife has been taking my car to work, since my car is four-wheel drive and her mommy mobile is on its last legs. Theoretically speaking, I think we could get away with one car, although it would leave one of us in a position where we couldn't take the kids anywhere in a pinch if the other one were out. We have two cars. But if we were to, let's say, get rid of her mommy mobile and trade my car in for kind of an all-purpose family vehicle that could handle 3 kids, 2 of which are in car seats, I think that would be, all in all, the best option. But the wild card is always the kids. You know, if my wife is at work and I've got to take one of the kids gets sick and I have to take him to the doctor, like, what do I do? Tell him, oh wait, you gotta wait till mom gets home, or scramble and try to borrow a car. So it's a delicate balance, and it would be very difficult for me to go without to switch to full-time motorcycling, you know, just because of the fact that I have kids. So, and that's the road that I wanted. I got too busy yakking and didn't think that one through. I'll always take this road down here. You know, this road right here kind of goes down by that covered bridge. That would be kind of cool to see in the snow, but I don't know what kind of condition those roads are going to be in. So I have no intention of going full-time motorcycle as my sole mode of transportation. But it was kind of an interesting thought exercise, you know, like, could I possibly do it and save the money on the insurance and whatnot? You know, and if I lived closer to a city, or I lived in an area where you didn't have to drive to everything, I think it would be totally doable. More on a winter subject, I saw Brit Brap did a video. Actually, I think she did 2 videos. She did a short where she talked about an upcoming video of the Joe Rocket, what was they, burner, afterburner gloves, or burner, or something burner heated gloves. And I was really interested to see that review. Then a few days later, she posted the review. They're battery operated gloves. The heating element is on the outside. They're reasonably priced at, and I struggle with that. They're reasonably priced at $150 some. I mean, that's a tough pill to swallow. Because I feel like with heated gear, or at least with moderately priced heated gear, I feel like you're trading safety for comfort to a degree. You know, like, I feel like these gloves at $80 are far safer than the Joe Rocket burner winter motorcycle gloves. I just feel like you get a higher degree of safety with these gloves. And, you know, at about $80, they're not quite half the price, and it's just a tough pill to swallow. So what I was hoping to do was wait until spring and maybe pick up a pair of heated gloves on closeout, but I'm not quite sure how that pans out. You know, I don't know if the motorcycle equipment realm is the same as apparel, where they blow it out seasonally to reduce inventory. And I was all set to pull the trigger on some heated gloves. I don't remember which ones they were, but I came across them on Revzilla, and I watched the Revzilla product review on it, and they kept hammering you with, These are good gloves if you have heated grips, because there's no insulation, there's no heating element in the palm or in the fingers. You know, they're designed for maximum heat transfer from your heated grip to your hand. You know, and they were emphasizing that these would be a good choice if you had heated grips. If you don't have heated grips, you should look at something else. And that was as far as I got. So since I don't have heated grips, I didn't pull the trigger. But I like the idea of using battery-operated heated gear. BritBrat makes an awesome point in that if you're not tethered to the bike, you can use them for anything. You know, you go to a football game and it's cold out, you can use your heated gloves. And you can use your heated motorcycle gloves to keep your hands warm. So that's a big benefit of the battery-operated gear. You know, I realize that if you're tethered to the bike, you know, if your gear is wired to the bike, it's not like that little 20 gauge wire or whatever it is going to be able to drag you along down the road if you and your bike go in opposite directions. You know, it's not like that wire is going to keep you on the bike. It's going to break or it's going to separate. I'm sure it's got a safety mechanism built into it for a quick disconnect. You know, that's only a couple of pounds. My guess is if you forget to disconnect yourself and you go to get off the bike and walk away, you'll feel a little tug and the connectors will pop apart. So there is no fear there for those wires keeping me bound up to the bike in an accident. I know that that's an irrational fear. However, it's still a fear nonetheless, and I don't like the idea of being physically attached to the motorcycle for a variety of reasons, one of which is forgetting to disconnect and then getting off the bike and tugging the wire, ripping the wire, breaking the wire, causing some sort of damage to the wiring. So I like the versatility of battery-operated gear, especially if that battery-operated gear is rechargeable. Now, I know there are drawbacks with that, in that if you go on a long trip, the battery's going to die. They probably don't heat up as well or for as long as wired gear. But I really like the versatility of battery gear. So I think if I do get some heated stuff, it's going to be battery operated. At least if I get gloves, they'll be battery operated. I don't know if I don't know what the market's like for heated vests and jackets and things like that are battery operated. I'm sure they exist. I just don't know anything about them. I haven't looked into them at all. I feel like for me, I could get a lot more life out of my jacket if I could just buy a new insert or a new liner. So this jacket, it's an Icon MH1000. It's a jacket that I got on closeout for like $149 or something like that. And just like my Icon Contra 2 perforated leather jacket, the liner is a vest. Like, there's no coverage on the arms, and it's pretty thin. You know what I mean? It does a decent job for what it is, but if I could get a full-sleeved liner that was a little heavier, a little denser, I think that I may not even need a heated jacket. You know, it's not like I go on these big epic journeys where I'm riding cross country for hours and hours or days and days. You know, I only need to be warm for an hour and a half on a cold day, 2 hours on a cold day, and that's plenty. So if anyone knows of like replacement inserts or replacement liners, drop a line in the comments. I'd love to hear about that. I guess for the sake of talking, since I found myself with a little additional free time lately, I started... Jesus, that scared the living out of me. Oh man, that'll wake you up. Anyway, now that I've found myself with a little extra free time, I've been chipping away at this mountain of video that I have to get through, and I'm feeling pretty good about the backlog that I have. I'm feeling good about the monster that I've created, because I have content forever. You know, obviously I don't have content forever, but it's a couple of days before Christmas, and I have a post scheduled 3 days a week from now, or I'm sorry, in January we go to 3 days a week. So while everyone else is scaling back for the winter months, I'm doubling, well, not quite doubling down, but we're going more. So from the beginning of January until I want to say the middle of March, I have things scheduled for 3 days a week. Like I'm booked. I've got stuff uploaded to YouTube, done, scheduled, ready to post. I don't have to do a thing to it from now until like mid-March, and I still have a ton of video to go through yet. So I probably have another, I don't know. So I've probably got another 2 months of content recorded yet, and then this video will probably be broken out into 2 different videos because of how long it is. So there's another week's worth of content right here. So we're busy. We're keeping busy. You know, I was worried about how I was going to figure out a way to do off-the-bike content to get me through the winter. I'm not going to need it. Not going to need it. It's kind of a cool place. The only other crazy biker, and I don't even know what that thing was he was riding. Looked like half of it was pulled apart. But that brewery back there, I had a business meeting there. It's a cool place. They have the table that we sat at was a giant saw blade. Giant saw blade, like 4 feet wide or better. I mean, obviously the teeth on it were blunted so that you wouldn't cut yourself. But I sit down at this business meeting, I say, you know, oh, thank you for coming and all that. I put my iPad down on the table, which has a smart base on it, and it sucked fast to the table. Just whack, clack, smack the table. The magnets in the iPad are pretty strong, so it startled me at how fast it just snapped itself to the table. So I had to take the iPad off the table. I had to put my jacket under it to keep it away from to keep it far enough away from magnetizing to the table base or to the tabletop. I feel like I should probably swing by the gas station and top her off, but I shouldn't be sitting that long. I watched Deluxe Chimp's video where he topped off all of his gas tanks to prevent condensation, you know, for winterizing the bike, and now I'm like kind of paranoid about it, like, oh, you know, I gotta top off the tank, prevent condensation, I don't want rust. But I don't know that the bike's gonna be sitting all that long. Yeah, I don't want to keep dealing with this traffic, so I'm not gonna detour to the gas station just to fight through it some more. You know what? I'm going this way. Well, folks, I'm getting close to home, and I have a feeling this battery's not going to last a whole lot longer. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you feel so inclined, please hit that subscribe button. I'm not big on subscriber count, but it has been a little bit of a stressor watching how slowly that's been climbing. So as of this morning, I think I was at 140 subscribers. Not complaining, just I'd like to see it get a little higher than that. So if you'd be so kind, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Feel free to use that bell notification if you'd like alerts whenever new content is posted to my channel. And as always, thank you for everything that you do. You make this so much fun. You guys are the reason why I continue to put out videos. So, as always, ride safe, and I will catch you in the next one.